Okay, so TikTok, as we know, was momentarily banned in the US, and there was a trend going on where people were posting to a Family Guy audio, and it was like, I never really cared for The Godfather. I follow a lot of vet students. Their secret that they had all these years was that they do not, in fact, like vet school, and I was like so relieved to see that. A lot of people really push that vet school was my greatest time. Like, I loved vet school. If I could go back, I would. And I'm just like, I'll like insert their tags here. So I'm entering my second year of veterinary school. I just don't love vet school, and I think that that's not a crime. And I think that people will have you thinking that, you know, you're ungrateful for saying that, or like you're not making the most of it. But genuinely, like, it's school. When I was an undergrad, the entire time I was still working for the same career. I was still working to be a veterinarian, to get into vet school. I still didn't like I still wasn't having fun necessarily. I still would prefer days where I wasn't studying. Like, although I love being a student, I love learning, I'm human. I like to be on break. I like to explore. I like to go hiking. I like to be passionate, be creative. I like music. I like poetry. Like, I love nature. I love those kinds of things. It's so easy to let it consume you, and you just are very creatively stifled. And this TikToker, I'll put it, she talked about it because I think she said she used to do like fashion and stuff, and then she kind of just like fell off of it. And I think that that can be the case for any career, of course. Like, once you start really getting into your career, especially if you're in grad school, whatever, you don't really have time for those interests. You know, this is the career that I love. This is the career that I want to go into, and I'm fully prepared, and I spent all these years working to get here. But I don't think it's a crime. Just like when I was an undergrad and I said, like, oh, I hate school, I don't want to go to school, I don't feel like it today. I don't think it's a crime to say that for vet school as well. Like, sometimes I don't want to go to school. Like, it's not a crime. And I love everyone in my class. Like, I think they're all amazing. I think they're all so intelligent and so kind and so welcoming, and everyone is just so accommodating to each other and each other's schedules, and it's just, you could never ask for a community like that. But also, you have to keep in mind that you are around the same people for a really long time, and a lot of the time the only thing you have in common with them is the fact that you like animals. Like, honestly, you like animals and you like medicine. And I think that for me, it's really important to have a life outside of that, and to have friends who want to do other things with me. Because this is my passion career-wise, I love it. But really, other than that, I have so many other passions, and I've always been a kind of person who didn't want my career to be my entire life and to be my entire personality. School is school, and this is just the stepping stone in between for me to get my license. And toward the end of it, I know I'm just going to be like pulling my own teeth to just get through the finish line so that I can just practice peacefully. And I think another big thing for me, going back to like differentiating myself from my peers, is the fact that I want to go into wildlife, and I want to go into like conservation work, conservation medicine. And obviously that's not, you know, the most popular thing in veterinary medicine. It's also not the highest paying, that's for sure. I feel like there's a disconnect between me and my peers who want to do small animal or want to do equine or anything like that. I really hope genuinely that I don't sound like I'm complaining, but I just thought that this might be relatable for other people, because I'm planning on doing my residency and everything, like an internship. Like, I'm gonna be a woman. I'm gonna be a woman. So I don't want to be at that point in my life and be like, honestly, I'm exhausted. It's half and half. Like, it's half like terrible, terrifying horror stories of like, guys, please prioritize your mental health. Like, we're really worried. Like, please. And I'm like, you're scaring me. Or the other half is like, these are the best years of your life. Undergrad was nothing. Like, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. And I'm like, I'm having an okay time. I'm in school. Like, that's fine. And I'm not overly stressed, and I'm not like, I wouldn't say I'm having the time of my life. This isn't really like, I'm having the time of my life when I'm like out on a hike or like traveling, like stuff like that. Like, I have other passions. And so it just feels like with careers like this, people really expect you to be very like, I don't care or like anything other than animals, other than veterinary medicine. Like, no, like, I want to be a person, and I want to be seen as a human. And I don't, especially like going into this, like applying for schools and stuff, you feel like such a number. And it's like, no, like, this is my time where I want to be able to do things. Like, I did everything for this in undergrad. I devoted my life to this in undergrad, and I barely had time for anything else. Like, I kind of don't want to do that anymore. Like, now I'm older, I'm not 18 anymore, you know, I'm an adult, and I want to have a life outside of my career, outside of school. And I think that I want that to start now instead of once I get my license. Like, I want to be a veterinarian, but that doesn't mean I have to love going to school. I do enjoy learning. I do enjoy being a student. It's totally fine. But obviously, that's not my idea of a good time. Really don't want to scare anyone away from going to vet school. Please do, if you feel passionate about it, you feel like this is what you want to do, you feel like this is what you're called to do. Like I said, just take care of yourself throughout your years until you get your license, and then do whatever you want with the license after. You don't even have to practice if you don't want to. Go teach if you want to. Like, what I didn't know going in was that, like, saying that it's not that fun was like kind of a crime, and people were gonna be like, what do you mean you're not having fun? Like, you must not be taking time off. Like, you must be like studying too hard, or you're not being social enough. And it's like, I have never been so social in school. In undergrad, I was not, I told you before, like in undergrad, I was not really socializing in class very much. I just don't like to. Like, I'm very strict on like keeping school and my personal life very separate, because if they blend, my life will be school, and I don't like that. So it's really a lot harder to do in veterinary school. It's very emotional. Genuinely, it's very emotionally taxing, and I feel pressured to be making sure I'm like having the most fun in the world. And like, it's just like, I promise I'm okay. I promise I'm having a good time, but like, would I want to do an extra year? No. Is that wrong to say? You don't have to try to be a superhero. You don't have to always try to come home after class and then still be incredibly social and easygoing and whatever. Like, it's okay to just want to just spend some time by yourself. And I think that, I don't know why I feel like that's like demonized. Come on, like, come out, like, don't be like holed up. And it's like, I'm literally tired. Like, I've literally been studying all day. It actually sounds like torture to go to an event with the same people I've been hanging out with all day. Like, I love you guys down. Like, you guys are all so tea. You're so smart, and you're so amazing, and you're so sweet. But I need to go do Pilates. Like, I need to go read a book by the candlelight. And I don't like this to be my life. Like, sometimes I don't even tell people I'm in veterinary school. I'm not ashamed of it or anything, but it's like, I don't like it to be my life. And yes, I would like to graduate as soon as possible. Like, if they offered me tomorrow, if they were like, would you like to graduate today? Like, we have an accelerated program, like, come do it. I would be like, yes, I would love to do that, because I do want to go continue my life. And I feel like while you're in veterinary school, your life is kind of like low-key on pause. I know why you're here. You know, I know you love animals. I know you love medicine. I know you just want to do your duty. So just fulfill your duty. But after that, if you don't want to do anything else, because this is just your job, it's not your life, then that's okay. I don't think it's bad to say, like, this is not my life, and I have other things that I like, and I have other things that I have going on, and this is not my entire life. I love being a veterinarian. I love being a veterinary student. but pushing yourself even further to be making sure you're having fun and being social and doing all these things is only going to make you dislike it even more. And so you don't have to be in love with vet school. It doesn't have to be your life. It's okay to just be human. You know where they say like, what's it called, where they say like, you have to say a person who has this or something instead of saying like a this person. I don't remember what it is, but like that's how I feel. Like I want to be me. I want to be, that's just something that I do. And like I am a person who is in veterinary school. I'm a person first language, I think it's called. Person first statement. Like I'm a person first. I'm not a student first. First, I am me. I'm me with a personality and with interests. And one of my interests, one of them is veterinary medicine. And that's all I have to say. So thank you for watching.